Good morning. This is Eve Young in the Jerusalem Post studio in Jerusalem, Israel, with a breaking news briefing on Israel's renewed attack in Gaza. The IDF and Shin Bet began extensive airstrikes against Hamas in Gaza early Tuesday. The Prime Minister's office said that the strikes are in response to Hamas's refusal to release hostages still held in Gaza, and that Israel will ramp up the operation, dubbed Strength and Sword. Hamas told Reuters that Israel is unilaterally ending the ceasefire agreement. Over 300 Gazans have been killed, according to Hamas. We cannot at this time verify these numbers or separate combatant from non-combatant. Israel's strikes in Gaza were reportedly coordinated with the U.S. and timed to follow multiple days of U.S. strikes against the Houthis in Yemen, reportedly to reduce the Houthis' response to Israel's attack in Gaza. Additionally, Arab media reported several Israeli strikes in Damascus. The Hostage Family Forum, which represents dozens of families of hostages still held by Hamas, responded to the attacks, calling them giving up on saving the Israeli hostages. Additional family members of hostages and freed hostages themselves took to social media to react with heartbreak and fear for the fate of the remaining hostages. The Tikva Forum, which represents a few family members of hostages, welcomed the return to fighting. This group has repeatedly pushed for more military pressure as a means to bring the hostages home. The return to fighting follows by just one day, the Prime Minister's announcement that he would advance the firing of Shin Bet chief Ronen Bar. This announcement was met by extensive criticism. The move was called anti-democratic and an attempt to consolidate power, and mass public protests were planned. Yonah Jeremy Bob, Amichai Stein, and Jerusalem Post staff contributed to this report.